Designer. I'm just going to touch base on a new macro we've created to show what can be done. I guess in a session at some stage I'll need to probably show how I can record something, a sheet metal model that I've built, so then I can turn it into a macro, which then makes it repeatable. Again, you'll notice use of my menus within the system that I customize, and I've created a range of macro buttons up here. It also includes the macro explorer. I can run macros from here, but I can also set them up on buttons, and that's as easy as coming to the menu, preferences, settings. We'll open this up, scroll down. You can see I can have up to 10 macros that I can then use on my ribbon, and I've set up 4 of them so far. And once you've set that to your folder where your macro is, you'll then need to update that on your ribbon, which you can do so from here. And if you simply type in macro, and then you can add that to your menu here. So I can add more. Important to understand though, you obviously need to create your macros first. This is just showing you what can be done with the macros once they've created, and we'll cover how to create one in a later session. Okay, so with my macros up here, I'm going to show how I've created a macro to build this type of tray. It's fairly simple, flat plate, folds on the side, some returns, and then it's mitered. Alright, so I select my macro button here, and as part of the build process, we've set it all up with all different options. So I can specify a name, wherever I'm going to put an etch on the part. I can put in my sizes. Okay, we'll just put in some generic sizes. Sheet thickness, the wall height, so we'll make that 40mm. I'm going to have my returns, and I can pick my tighter corners. I've got a miter, I've got a chamfer, or I've got a radius. So I've got different options as well as different materials that I can set. It's as simple now as verifying that data. It's going to ask me to create a new document, so I'll choose whether I save this one or not. This is just a test one, so I'm going to go no. And now it's hopefully going to go through and build my tray for me. So it's important to understand I've drawn this earlier, and then I've recorded my session, and then I've populated it with the questions, etc. to ask to now create the automation. All right, it's built the corners. Macro, you'll see you've always got status notes down here, and you'll see it's actually built my tray. It'll be 40mm high. You can see it's put all my reliefs in, and it's put my miters in. Again, notice my command to pull that to the front and zoom it up, and we can also flatten that out. Okay, and there's my tray. Now, if I want to create a variation on that, we'll run this again. Let's do 800. Let's do 300. You'll call this, I don't know, Fred. What we're going to do is we're going to have top returns, but we're actually going to put a chamfer. We'll just leave it at 5mm on there. Okay, we're going to accept that, not save the changes, and rerun it. You'll see the size of the tray has changed, the heights will change, and you'll see it's now doing my corners. It's doing all 4 corners. It'll add my flanges on, my returns on in a minute. Alright, and then you'll see it's actually finished, and it's actually put my radiuses on there as well. You'll notice over here it's also renamed it as Fred, and then of course, all being well, I'll be able to flatten that model out, and from there I'd be able to send that to my package such as Radan to get that punched or cut. So a simple example of how I can set up my icons with my common everyday macros that I'm running. I can add it to my ribbon, and I've configured it all with a range of questions, especially handy for repeat parts with variations for production. Thank you.